In this info, I will talk about why people say a lot of bad things about each other, especially after a breakup. When you understand why this happens, it will be possible for you to be better yourself in these situations. Check it out. Hey all TeenVoices out there! So a boy and a girl are together, and then they break up. And after the breakup, one or maybe both of them start saying bad things about the other one. You may have heard things like,
"He just spends time with his stupid friends. He doesn't know anything about girls."
and
"She complained about everything all the time. It's impossible to be with her."
And those examples are actually just the nicer ones. So why is it common to badmouth each other after a breakup? The main reasons are protection and pain. Let's look into these two more carefully. Number 1, protection. In social psychology, there is a concept called attribution. In short, attribution is a way to try to explain the cause of a behavior or an event. There are normally two types of causes for why things happen. It is either because of a person or because of a situation. And most often, we try to find an explanation that makes us come out looking good, or at least okay. Let me give you an example to make this clearer. Let's say that a person, Bob, scores really low on a test at school. Bob would then normally try to explain his low score, like,
"Hey, the teacher asked a question that was never covered in class. Not my fault."
However, another person in the same class, Dave, hears about this, and he thinks something like,
"Yeah, Bob is lazy and wasn't paying attention in class."
So Bob is protecting himself by attributing his low scores to this special situation, while Dave attributes it to the person, Bob. What do you think would happen if Bob's scores were surprisingly high instead? Would Bob still think that this happened because of the situation? He just got lucky. Or maybe because he was really good? And would Dave still think that the good result was all because of Bob? Or maybe because of a lucky situation for Bob, at least to some extent? In fact, this is very common. Whenever something good happens that we were a part of, then we want to explain it as our personal effort, because we are so good. And when something bad happens that we were a part of, then we prefer to explain it as a result of something or somebody else, a situation that was out of our control. And when we look at other people, then we tend to do the total opposite. We want to believe that the bad action is the result of the other person being sloppy instead of caused by the situation. So what does this have to do with the breakup situation? Well, the boy and girl once got together because they thought this was right. They were excited about it. They wanted all their friends to know about it. Now here they are. They both failed. So what do they do now? Yes, they try to explain this failure in a way that makes them feel better. And so their friends still think they're cool. In short, they are trying to find a way to explain the breakup and maybe their own cruel actions around it so that it isn't their fault.
"It's your fault. I am only dealing with the situation that you caused."
In this way, they are protecting themselves and they are protecting their self-image. Number 2, pain. In most breakups, at least one person feels rejected, maybe even humiliated. This is painful, and even the person doing the breakup might have based that decision on something that felt bad and painful at the time. So in short, there is often pain on both sides. And in line with the defensive behavior that we just talked about, even the pain is attributed to the other person. Both of them would normally do this.
"You hurt me."
And unfortunately, we tend to want to get back at people that we think have hurt us. We seek revenge. In a modern society, revenge is unnecessary most of the time and just time-consuming. And people who focus too much on it often end up bitter, without any friends. Yes, this drive to get back at the person that hurt us is a reason for why we say bad things about our ex after a breakup. We simply want them to also feel pain since they hurt us. So bad talk after a breakup simply happens because we want to explain why we broke up in a way that makes us come out in an okay way. And also because we feel pain and think that the pain is because of the ex. So do we really have to behave like this? Or is there a better way to go? Yes, of course there is. But it's not easy because when you are in this situation, you will be emotional and probably hurt. Being fair and thinking clearly is hard at that time. And also, most people love gossip and drama, as long as it's about others, of course. So you will be asked to open your heart by your friends, and they will seem to love it when you do. But if you spread the secrets you shared together as a couple, it will be remembered. And it may hurt future relationships and your general credibility as a person. It is much cooler to not be the one throwing dirt, even if the other part is doing it. People remember that, they respect it, and they will respect you for it. So now that you know, maybe you can handle this better and be the bigger person and keep away from bad-mouthing other people. Instead, move forward in your life and do new and better things. That's all for now. Be good to each other out there.